So the management is not only limited to the industries, it is not limited to only the business houses, but it is not limited to the offices. It can be exerted anywhere and everywhere, but it is also extended to the following important areas of life. So the certain functional areas of the management are developing management, distribution management, financial management, marketing management, personal management, production management, office management, transport management, purchase management, sales management, supply chain management, and business management. Educational institutions and the institutional management, stores management, all comes under the business management. And this functional areas of the management broadly classifies all kind of management, where we can take individually and then we can discuss it in length. So let's take the first one, the production management or the operations management, which is one of the most important area in order to carry out the businesses successfully. So the management of all operations at the production activities in a plant comes under the control of the production management. It also refers to the service organizations also. Service organizations may involve the hospitals or any kind of service business houses. Operations management includes work analytics and work analysis through the analytical tools, planning, scheduling, routing, quality control, inventory control, and the work studies. It also involves the safety management as well. And financial management, it deals with the procurement of the funds and day-to-day activities, the funding levels, stock market, utilization of the funds efficiently, application of the skills in the manipulation, and then the economic forecasting, taxing, cost accounting, budgeting, and insurance, financial services, the services that should be extended to the workforce, and the entire financial management right from the income to the outcomes, and the income and the returns and the interest calculations, everything comes under the financial management. Personal management or the human resource management, which is very, very important, which directly deals with staffing, and it takes care of the recruitment, starting from the recruitment to the existing employees care. It involves every process in human with respect to the human resource management. It takes care of the recruitment, it takes care of the placement, it takes care of the training of the people and training of the people who are existing employees with respect to the change in the technology as well, and transfers, promotion, safety, health, welfare services, etc. of the employees. So basically, human resource management deals around the human resources and their care. And the marketing management, which is one of the most important and then the vital role, which has got the vital role in the development of any business house. It can be defined as the performance of the business activities that directs the flow of the goods and the services from the producer to the consumer. It is briefly defined as 5 R's. We have seen the 5 N's. Now we are seeing the 5 R's, which is related to the marketing management. They are bringing the right product to the right place, in the right quantity, at the right price, and then the right time. So 5 R's are right product, right place, right quantity, right price, and right time. These are the 5 R's of the marketing management. Now let's understand what is a maintenance management. It is defined as a combination of actions carried to replace or service of all the components of the manufacturing plant so that it will continue to operate at a specified level at a specified time. So the maintenance management is very, very important, which is going to be the backup of deliveries, and marketing management is always concerned with the direction and organization of the resources. Maintenance management gives the backup to the deliveries as well as the inventory. So the maintenance management has to be in place in order to see the timely deliveries of the goods. So the next comes the material management, handling of the materials, and then the purchasing. 3 M's of the production are men, material, and machineries. Investments are more if the investments are more on men and machineries, and if the investments are more on men and machineries are more or less considered as fixed cost than handling of the materials. Varying the production cost in the budget of any industry, the majority portion lies with the materials. The cost of the materials is approximately 80 to 85% of the production cost. Therefore, the functional areas of the management requires the production cost to be kept as minimum as possible. Therefore, the material management needs the planning, organizing, directing, and controlling, along with the coordination of the people and the material with respect to the concerned activities. In other words, it involves the management of the raw materials along with the inventory of ongoing process. Let's come to the purchase of the materials. The purchase of the material management, it involves the right identification of the quality input, that is the quality materials. Purchasing or the procurement is nothing but the getting the materials, supplies and equipment from right place, right quantity, right quality from the right source. So again, this also revolves around 5 R's. Next is the transport management. To manage the transport cost, delivery of the materials on time, transportation may be by road, rail or fly services, or through ship. Transport management includes the studies of the transportation, cost of it by rail, road or air and water, packaging, warehousing, etc. So the systems management is that to manage the software projects from start to the finish, it includes the system manager breaking the team to work on different modules from different locations, effective communication to be established among the teams, and networking, and then the testing of the software, and most importantly, responsible for meeting the deadlines of the project. So project may be divided into different geographical teams. The project manager has to establish a proper communications on the daily basis and the time to time involvement of the management in it, so that the project managers of this industry needs some managerial skill apart from software skills. Let's come to the rural management, which is very, very important in terms of building the agriculture as well as building the nation's economy. India is, as we all know, India is an agri-based country. Economy is dominated by the breadbasket, that is by the agri products. Management of the rural resources, agri-technology building and all the other rural economy based issues can be managed effectively when the rural management is put in place. These days we are listening to Atmanirbhar movement, where we are going to create our own products and we are going to make vocal for the local. So managing all these water resources, renewable energy resources, power, sanitation, forecast and forests, and then the resources, forecasting the resources, education, self-employment, rural cooperation, and then the rural cooperative bodies, creating the market for the rural products, management, all these are going to be the main movement which is going to create the rural management in an effective way. And these are some of the functions of the rural development manager also. So the next one is the office management. Manufacturing concern should be supported by the back-end operations. Back-end operations are the real backup for the front-end operations. So office management consists of clerks, document writers, accountants, and the cashiers, and others who are going to perform the administrative roles and then the supportive works. If the office is going to support the main end work, then there is going to be the continuity of the work without any kind of the delays. So let us understand the functions of the management in terms of its areas. So let's see, these are the most important and then most importantly the business should earn the profits. So to do that, the 5 essential and the well accepted functions of the management are forecasting, planning, organizing, staffing, and directing and monitoring. Directing is nothing but the leading and then the monitoring, controlling, coordinating, communicating, leadership skills or the leadership, and then the decision making. So let us understand every aspect of management, every function of the management precisely in a small and in a precise way. That is, forecasting is nothing but the estimation of the future sales. It has to be effective in order to plan the production activities, and thereby the planning follows. All activities are planned in order to meet the objectives. It is very much essential to establish the planning premises, and planning premises is always based on the future forecast. It is very, very difficult if the planning premises is not assumed, and then the assumptions should be well in place. And organizing, it involves the arrangement of the money, So it involves the organizing money, material, workforce, machineries, etc. for the actual execution of the work. After organizing the activities, the staffing comes into picture, because staffing is the involvement of the human resources. It involves the recruitment, selection, interviews, training and development of the personnel required for the institution. So next comes the directing and motivating. Employees are required to be directed and they need to be constantly motivated in order to perform the task. So hence it is required to motivate the employees all the time through different ways. So their active target should be fixed, and then they should be driven towards the focus, so that they will not be they will not be driving the work out of the timelines. So controlling is the one which is going to keep the work of the employees in the proper ways, and it ensures everything that is to proceed as per the plan. So after the controlling, after staffing, the directing and motivating them, and the controlling them in terms of activities and in terms of their operations, coordination among the employees is very much required. So the efforts of all employees from all the departments to move towards a common goal is very much to be ascertained, and it is to be in the focus, so that the coordination brings in the best effect. The communication is the one which is going to be playing the major important role in order to coordinate for the work among the employees. So the communication system should be stronger, and it should be effective. Proper communication should be ensured among the employees. So including all this, the leadership qualities are very much required in the management and in the superiors, so that their leadership skills will be transferred to the middle level managers as well as all the employees of the institution. So the leadership skills also says that decision making is one of the most important professional and then the result oriented process that the managers should have. And then the stages in the effective decision making are: first is to define the problem, second is to grade the objective and then identify the problematic environment, third is to identify all the alternatives, choose the best among all the alternatives by evaluating them, and implement the decision and obtain the feedback. Continuous evaluation after implementing the particular decision have to be in place, so that people and the planning process will be in the shape in order to give the best out of the best output for the work. Welcome you all to the module 1 introduction and then the management and the planning. Let's discuss. In the previous video we were discussing about the management and the nature and characteristics of the management. As we know that management is dynamic, it is an ongoing process, so it is very dynamic in nature, and it is a journey, it is not the destination. Another characteristic of the management is it is the multidisciplinary. It involves the psychology, it involves the sociology, it involves the anthropology, it has a history, and then it combines the efforts of the people. It combines the discipline and helps the managers to deal with the men, people, and then the resources and the workforce effectively. Another beautiful characteristic of the management is that management is a creative activity. So it provides the creative ideas and then the new imaginations to be put into place, and then the management deals with different types of elements and opposite forces and bring them to a common path. The another nature of the management is that management is decision making. High level management takes the decisions which decides the credibility of the organization. Another characteristic of the management is management is a profession. So the interest makes the person to get trained in the management as a professional, and this requires to have the bent of mind to become a manager. So after knowing the nature and the characteristics of the management, let's understand what are the elements of the management. The management process is conceived, evolved and implemented based on a certain processes. They are, let's understand the elements of the management step by step. Management elements of the management says that it is a well-defined, it creates a well-defined environment to perform. It is a good organization that gives the shape of the management. Need for planning, implementation and monitoring. and it creates the self content by its own, and it says the need for the leadership and direction. So elements of the management also says that a good and effective communication network will be established, and effective coordination can be seen there in order to reach the achievements. So the constant evaluation, monitoring and the control will be there in place so as to reach and to see the process within the cost and within the timelines. So the most importantly elements of the management is most importantly it says that innovation of the new ideas and the techniques which will definitely result in a better way and makes the product to be online, and it will be there in demand by the users. So what are the scopes of the management? Scopes of the management can be distinctly divided into three big ideas. According to Hobson and Meyer, the scope of the management can be understood as the first one as it can be understood as an economic resource. Scope of the management can be a system of authority. It can be a class or an elite. Let's understand one by one that the management can be expressed, or it can be seen as an economic resource. Why it is to be considered as the economic resource is that effective use of 5 M's of the management. What are the 5 M's? M's are nothing but money, materials, manpower, machinery and methods. Usage of all this in an effective and efficient way for the productive output creates the economic resources through the proper exertion of the controls. Management creates an economic resource. So management as a system of authority relationship is stronger than any other relationship in a workplace. So management functions are assigned to all types of levels. Lower level management takes care of the day-to-day activities. Middle level management takes care of controlling the activities. Top level management creates the rules and the regulations, and they will be giving the guidelines to the middle level managers as well as the who are going to transform these ideas and then the rules and the regulations and the plans to the lower level to create the day-to-day activities. So management itself is it creates a class of the elite because it creates a class of professionalism. It constitutes a class of professionals who are who are by its own, they are called as managers, and a class of the managers are it's an elite and it is all over the world. Scope of the management in various areas of the work can be broadly seen through the functional areas of management. Management is branched out into various areas of the several functions because an industry involves various activities like purchasing, assembling, fabrication, and then the quality control, deliveries, and also the follow-up of the customer satisfaction. Everything is involved in a particular industry. So the